This is Kathy Chase. As I said, people can't initiate civilians to hurt other civilians outside of the laws. That's not even legal for other people to try to harm other people, civilians. Presidents cannot initiate civilians to hurt other people. Nobody from government agencies has ever hurt me or my children, and they can't allow government agencies can't allow presidents to allow people to do whatever they want to me and my children, as they have in the past. It's not legal for them to do whatever they want to people. That's not legal. It's not a free-for-all. Attack Kathy and her children. You know, with me being defenseless mom, and you know, the fact that it's very illegal to try to initiate harm onto other people for any reason. The reason why they want me to, people have initiated me to act aggressively. They wanted me to, with entrapment. The incidents was with my husband a long while back, which is not, I'm not on probation right now. I only got misdemeanors. I never got a felony because courts knew the circumstances. But as I said, presidents can't initiate civilians to hurt other individuals. Of course, all this stuff's been done outside of a courtroom. You can't do it either in or out of a courtroom. You can't look for ways to hurt people versus to help them, and that's been their failure, not mine. I've tried working with them. I've tried negotiating with them. As far as this socialism thing or whatever, I've known people all my life, and for some reason there's a president or two that wants to say these sort of people are better than other sort of people, and they've made that pretty darn clear. And that's not the way things work. And certain people are not better than other people. Social class means nothing. Treating people as equals is important. And I find that ridiculous. I find that utter ignorance and stupidity. I don't give a crap if since the 60s they've been putting outlets on homes, and they're playing this monopoly game, real estate, and so forth. That has nothing to do with me. I have no money. And as I said, you know, they want to initiate me to do something wrong so they can try to kill me and cover up the fact that they've broken all these laws. And it's not going to work, because I'm not going to succumb to their lower level of standards and to break the laws just because they have. And that's what they're wanting me to do. They're wanting me to break the law. And here I am panicking to try to save my kids' lives. And I'm asking government agencies to stop this scenario. I'm really worried about Sean and Autumn right now, in particular, because that's what they've been doing, using my kids as human shields because they're in trouble. And as I said, you leave your hands off my children. You don't give them anything, any poisonous foods or anything. You had no right to do so in the first place. And people are aware of this in Lincoln, Nebraska, this going on. And you better stop now or you're going to go to jail. You might go to jail anyway, but you better stop now. Because if you end up with one of me or my kids dead, you're going to jail regardless. And I think you better behave. And presidents cannot initiate people to go out and as civilians to go harm other people. They can't do that. It doesn't matter if you frickin' go get, even if you did go get a CIA or the FBI or a police badge. You can't do that because we're harmless people. Me and my children are harmless. We're not a threat. We're not a threat to people in society, so they can't do it. There's no way they can legally look for it. And I don't care. This whole seatbelt and this whole Hitler strap with the pacemaker, you know how musical chairs, 1955 I talked about, and 5511, Robert Sides now lives in the home. You know how music has tempo and a pace, and some is faster, the beat, the tempo. As I said, they like to abuse me. I don't know why. That just shows you're ignorant and you're uneducated and you've got problems. You've got mental problems. Anybody who thinks it's okay to abuse people and ridicule them because they think they're better. No, Autumn! You can't ridicule people publicly. That's illegal too. You can't abuse people. And as I said, this whole little pacemaker, one of the things it started with is the fact that I got in a car accident on 48th and Van Dorn, right between where Dr. Konarski's office sits and Burger King sits. I have always had State Farm for car insurance, and I was driving my I think it was 1985 Silver Cavalier. It had a Grateful Dead sticker on it and a rust patch on one of the doors. It was a passenger side door, I believe, from what I remember. I totaled the vehicle out at precisely 50,013 miles, 50013. I hit a van that was turning left into on a traffic lane illegally. It was a no-fault incident. As I said, with the car accident, I wasn't wearing a seatbelt. That was back when I was attending SEC college school. It was after class one morning about 10 or 11 a.m. And I was going approximately 25 in a 35 zone. I wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and I cracked the glass out with my head. The windshield, it got cracked, and I broke out the bottom part of the dash with my knees, just a little bit of the plastic where the vent was. That was when I was living here on High Street and attending SEC. When I was dating Rob. I was dating Rob at the time, or right around that time I was dating him. And the car got totaled out, and then I got the Calais after that, and it had a luggage rack, and it was a Cutlass Calais, C-A-L-A-I-S. It was light blue in color, and it had a luggage rack on the back. So just so people are aware of how stupid some of this stuff is. And as I said, music has a tempo or a pace, but I'm not here to be sacrificed for music, because it's not my choice to necessarily have music made about me to begin with. In cartoons, they always had, like in Yellowstone Park or Jellystone Park, bird watching. People have been doing this for many, many years. Bird watching. You can take that sideways. People that watch birds, or people that watch people in their homes, or meaning me, or watch as in time, which you can't put timelines on people's lives, meaning mine or my children's.